Stars, according to the Hindustan Times, Kate Middleton does it her way, shutting down Prince Harry's belittling assumption about her. Prince Harry's comments on marrying for image over true connection may have targeted his family. Kate Middleton's recent actions refute Harry's assumptions. Remember Prince Harry's fitting the mold comment made on screen? The Duke of Sussex raised few eyebrows by suggesting that some royal family members might prioritize finding a spouse who fits a certain image over finding their true soulmate, potentially taking a jab at his estranged family. Harry and Meghan stepped down from their royal duties in 2018 and moved to California this week as Prince William and Kate Middleton celebrate their 13th wedding anniversary. This article was dated May 3rd. The prince's recent actions offer a strong counterpoint, shutting down her brother-in-law's belittling assumptions seemingly aimed at her. Princess Kate's comeback to Prince Harry's assumptions. I think for so many people in the family, especially obviously the men, that can be a temptation or an urge to marry someone who would fit the mold, as opposed to somebody who you perhaps are destined to be with, Harry mentioned in the Netflix series. Some interpreted this as a reference to his own choice to follow his heart with Meghanmarkle and leave behind traditional expectations, while William married someone who more conventionally fit the mold. The difference between making decisions with your head or your heart, and my mom certainly made most of her decisions, if not all of them, from her heart, and I am my mother's son, Harry earlier wrote in his memoir Spare, referring to his mother, late Princess Diana. Royal author Daniela Elzer, oh dear, that paid shill, who publishes, among other places, in Australia for the Murdoch Empire. Yuck. Well, this heifer disagreed with this idea, particularly regarding Kate's marriage to Prince William. Well, Daniela Elzer, I have to say, in the cold light of day, today in 2024, it's looking a little bit more like Prince Harry is right on the money with this one than you are. I know you're paid to parrot back Kensington Palace's opinions and propaganda, but 5 months on, you really still are going to, quote, it says, the expert stresses that recent events in 2024 show that Kate cannot be considered a typical conforming royal. Oh, silent, hidden, possibly hurt, possibly ill, invisible, powerless. And that's not a typical conforming royal, because if you don't conform, guess what? I think that all we have to do is think about the late Princess Diana for a very clear answer about the price of not conforming as a royal, or even look at Prince Harry and, yes, Princess Meghanmarkle. There, I said it. Elzer referenced Australian essayist Kiarman Clift, who described Kate's actions as sneaky little revolutions. In what way? Where? To what end? And what has it gained her or anyone else in terms of being sneaky little revolutions? Oh, come on. Despite being recently diagnosed with cancer, the Princess of Wales made a bold and admirable move by taking a strong stance in public, breaking several royal stereotypes in the process. What stereotypes were broken? With that video in the striped Breton shirt that no one is even allowed to show anymore without permission. Where are the stereotypes that were broken? I can't even ask the obvious questions. Meanwhile, Kate was also praised for her courageous decision amid the time when the world was fixated on her disappearance from public eyes following her abdominal surgery in January. Experts believe Kate is carving out her own unique path within the institution. Placing a high value on her children and prioritizing a strong family unit at the heart of her royal life. Kate Middleton is putting family first. I hope so, but I would like to see her put herself first, her health first, and I would like to hear it from her. A documentary representation of her, a real photo, video, audio recording of Kate Middleton, untampered with, and not run through this software or that software or those raggedy press people, Lee Thompson and the rest in Kensington Palace, those interns, Colin, Ian. They shouldn't have their hands on her, unfiltered. Elzer described how Kate broke royal tradition by prioritizing her health and family, flying to Windsor for private time with her husband and 3 kids instead of focusing solely on royal duties and family reputation. Additionally, Kate goes against tradition by choosing not to send her children to a co-educational school. What does this mean? Additionally, Kate goes against tradition by choosing not to send her children to a co-educational school. Well, according to Vogue, Kate preferred to send her son, George, and the other children to her alma mater, which is co-educational, not to Eton, which is where William wants to send George and, the other male child. So I don't think that Daniela Elzer has a clue what actual Kate thinks or wants. And again, we're only getting, drips and drabs of information through the Middleton press machine, which is, back channeling her perspective into Vogue, into, sources that don't just toe the Kensington Palace line. But this is absolutely not the case. Kate prefers to send her children to Marlborough College, not to Eton or single-sex institutions. Her own experience at a all-girls school was that she was bullied and she ran up out of there right quick. So Daniela Elzer is not a journalist. She is a shill. She writes columns and puts her name underneath as if she has any kind of journalistic credentials, what she has been given, much like Lord Rothermere's daughter, is the ability to publish articles with her name underneath. Whether or not they have any journalistic value, I will leave up to your judgment call. But this does not jive with what actual Kate Middleton's life or opinion seems to be about co-ed versus single-sex high school education. It really, it's plucked right out of the mind of Prince William, Lee Thompson, and those just dastardly men inside the Kensington Palace press office. On the other hand, the princess has consistently shown that she is more than just a princess confined within palace walls. Have we seen her for the last 5 months? She seemed pretty confined for those last 5 months, and plausibly beforehand as well, while she and her husband, Prince William, continue to carry out some traditional duties. When? She has also introduced new ideas and concepts to royal life that have never been seen before. Well, I'm looking, I'm searching. Where's the rest of the new ideas and concepts? Early years, early childhood education, there could be no less innovative or controversial field of pursuit for a young mother than that. So there is no new idea or concept or innovation or even action. It's been studies and talks and no impact, no measurable impact. If you were a grant recipient and you diddled about talking and studying, your grant would not be renewed, right? Hindustan Times, I get what you're doing. You're saying what the Royal Press Office wants you to say, right? But again, like jazz, it's the notes that aren't being played. This is what Kensington Palace once said, and it immediately triggers my mind and yours to think about the reality versus what's in these very safe, warm statements. Where is Kate? If she was not confined within palace walls, we'd see her up and down the road, going out with her friends, even to a doctor's appointment, maybe even to chemo. But we haven't seen any of that. And we haven't yet enjoyed a credible piece of media of her, from her, without it being tampered with, filtered, or just constructed by all those men in that palace. I don't like it. I'm tired. And it's springtime. It's time for us to move to more of an authentic, just a hello would suffice from our Princess Catherine. It would be way better than what we've gotten for the last half year. Let me know your thoughts.